Hello, welcome. All right, so today we're going to continue on with the joy that is slope as I try to figure out what I'm doing here and determine the slope of a line given 2 points. So you could technically take the 2 points. Wow, why am I in yellow? Graph the 2 points and count up and over. Perfectly fine. This means that you would need to have graph paper, you need to, whatever. So this is always an option, and I just want to make sure you understand that's always an option, that if you do have graph paper and you want to plot these points and do the counting and find the slope that way, then do it. Okay, otherwise we can just do it using this formula. Okay, and we talked about this formula already. Well, we spoke about it. We didn't really do anything with it. We really talked about the change in y over the change in x. Change in math equals a minus sign. And that's really all that it is. You're subtracting the y's and you're subtracting the x's, and that's giving you that slope that we're looking to find. So let's look over here and just do one of these with that formula. Now, I rarely look at the formula, not because I'm a snob or something and I've memorized it. It doesn't really help me. What I like to do, I like to think of it like as a concept. I know that I want my y's on top, so I generally circle my y's. Okay, so then this point right here, okay, is going to be like we're going to write it vertical. So we're going to write the y on top and the 11 on the bottom. And that's really all it is. So this is considered our first point or our second point. It doesn't really matter what you call the points, y1 or y2. So the 6 goes on top and 11 on the bottom. As long as you remember the y is on top and the x is on the bottom, that's a y. You'll get this right. And that's really the spot where most of us have issues. So then we take this one and do the same deal, right? The 14, and I like to put them in parentheses because there's minus signs are involved. So I just want to make sure. So then 17. Then we just put minus signs in them and take care of do the math. 4 over 3. Oh, sorry, it's not 4 over 3. Technically, I simplified it already. So technically, let's get all cranky here. It's negative 8 over negative 6. Remember, negative over negative is a positive. So it would just be positive 8 over 6. And if you really want to go crazy, you can reduce it to 4 over 3. But you don't have to, I don't think. Okay? I'm just saying I don't think because of delta math. Sometimes I get cranky, but most of the time it's all good. So let's just do it again. Circle the y's. Those are the ones that are on top. So the first point is negative 7 over 13. That's this point. Then the second point is 9 over negative 4. Sorry, I forget parentheses, though I like them. And then we put minus signs in between them. So you can see why I did that, because the two minus signs can get confusing. So I just want to do that. So then you just do the math, and we get negative 16 on the top, positive 17 on the bottom. There's really nothing we can do with that. It's a negative slope. We're good to go. All right, so let's just do a couple more examples just so that you can see it. I'm going to flip my paper over so that, all right, I'm doing math on the fly. As you know, I'm not the greatest. So circle the y, let's get that. Circle the y's. Those go on top. And the x's of their point goes underneath them. So circle the y's. Negative 4 goes on top. Negative 16 on the bottom, put minus signs in between. That's it. Then we do negative 6 minus a negative 4, which is negative 10. Or no, positive 10. Positive 10. And negative 16 minus a negative 17 minus a negative 16 would be a negative 1. Okay? I do not encourage you to do these without at least checking them in the calculator, okay? Watching the minus a negative. So this is a negative minus a negative is start blowing your mind. Okay, so let's just do a couple more examples. So I like to circle the y's. 9 over 6. You don't need the parentheses. I just like to do it for demonstration purposes. And then I do this one, 9 over 4. Put minus sign in between. I end up getting a 0 on the top and a 2 on the bottom. So 0 over 2, remember when 0 is on top, that means the answer is 0. If 0 is on the bottom, what is it? Don't worry, no one would have said anything either. Maybe Josephine would have, because she's good to me. Okay, so now here we go again. So we circle the y's. Okay, it's just, again, for demonstration purposes. -2 on the top, below that will be the 4. 3 on the top, below that will be the 4. Subtract, I wind up getting -5 over 0. No, 0 on the bottom, bad. That's undefined. Okay, error undefined. There's my dog again. I don't know if you can actually hear him, but I do. Okay, couple more questions. That's 7. Actually, 7 is exactly the same as like 2, so I'm just going to do 6. So let's do it again. We take the 20 and the 17. These are our y's. They go on top. So -20 on the top, -6 on the bottom. So remember, this is x. This is y over x. All right, and then -17 on the top, -11 on the bottom, minus sign in between, and we do the math. -20 minus a -17 is -3, and -6 minus a -11 is 5. And that's it. Okay, this one is the same as, I believe it was number 2, so you can do it if you want, but that's all. All right, have a great day.